everyone, welcome back to Pokémon Insurgence. I hope everybody is staying happy, healthy, and safe. On the last part, I covered some mistakes about the Pokemon, and we also talked about the benefits of becoming the champion, mainly the fact that you can now fly from anywhere in the region, before heading here to take on the Timeless. We took out half of them, or rather we took out 4 of the Timeless, and we still have 3 of the other Timeless left to take out, as well as their leader. So we're going to take out them, we're going to become the 3rd Augur, and we're going to cover a few other things. So we took out King Venusaur, who's right over here. It feels so good to have a name that I can actually refer to him by, without kind of spoiling things. We took out Suzerain, who is one of the developers. He's actually the former head developer. And then we took out Alain, who is from the anime, 6th generation anime. And then we took out Cynthia, who is just hanging out over there. So next up, we're going to be heading right in here, and we're going to be taking on Steven. So I'm going to swap my party around just a little bit. I actually made a small change to moveset. So right over here we have Flame Charge instead of Stealth Rocks, and that should be pretty good. So I'm going to drop a save right here. Let's go. Greetings, I see. My name is Steven. I was the champion of the Hoenn region before I faked my death and joined the Timeless. It's been quite a ride. Hopefully, I'm not too out of practice. I've been very excited about battling you. Let me see what you can do. Alright, go for it. And he's got the music too. So, starting off, we have this Carbink right here. Has Sturdy, the Light Clay, Light Screen, Reflect, Stealth Rock, Explosion. I'm just going to taunt it, stop it from doing pretty much anything except exploding. Drop a Reflect. And so far so good. Next up is going to be Armaldo. Armaldo has Battle Armor, has the Leftovers, it has Stone Edge, Knockoff, Earthquake, and X-Scissor. So I'm going to set up some Flame Charges right here. So that's not the move I'm hoping to see right there. There we go. So I'm hoping to see the X-Scissor on the switch. So I'm going to Baton Pass into Lilligant right here. So we took that nicely. I'll go ahead and Surf on this thing. Knock it out. Next up is going to be Air Dactyl. Has Pressure, has the Life Orb, has Hone Claws, Stone Edge, Wing Attack, and Aqua Tail. Keep in mind this is Generation 6, so Air Dactyl has a pretty bad moveset still. Next up is going to be Metagross. So, has Clear Body, but it does have the Metagrossite, so has Tough Claws when it Mega Evolves. Has Meteor Mash, Zen Headbutt, Hammer Arm, and Ice Punch. So I'm going to be hoping for a miss on the Zen Headbutt, just so I can pop off a Fiery Dance. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's really, really unfortunate. I guess I'll just send in Hydreigon right here. So we'll go for the Earth Power. Take this thing out. He's going to send in Skarmory. I really don't have anything to deal with Skarmory. So Skarmory has the Sturdy, has the Rocky Helmet, has Spikes, Brave Bird, Whirlwind, and Taunt. So I'm just going to go for a Sword Stance right here. He's going to spike up. I'm going to go for the Outrage. See how much I can do. which is pretty decent. From there, I can probably take this out with Flame Charge, and I can go ahead and just Baton Pass right out of here. Or maybe not. I don't really need Mew, so I'll just let it get knocked out. And then I can send in Glory again. There's going to be a lot of Pokemon that are probably going to wall me, mainly Steel types with what I have right here. That's kind of annoying. Because if you look at my team, the only thing I really have right here that deals with Steel types is going to be Lilligant, and unfortunately, Lilligant is really, really frail. I've been trying to use it, but maybe this was the wrong moment to attempt to use it. So that's kind of unfortunate. Honestly, I'm just going to Mega Evolve. I'll go ahead and X-Scissor this. And if it whirlwinds me out, that's fine. So I'll just go ahead and drop another Outrage. And hopefully we can knock this thing out sometime soon. Alright, I should be able to knock this out. Or, okay, there we go. Alright, there we go. Took just about forever. Skarmory is a really, really annoying Pokemon if you're not carrying a electric type coverage, or if you're not carrying fire type coverage. It's just the absolute worst. But finally, here we have the Aggron, has the Sturdy, has the Lumberry, has Curse, Iron Head, Rest, and Sleep Talk. So I'm just going to drop in Earth Power. And we should be able to drop another one and take this out. Wow. You're fantastic. Not really. I'm sure you could have took Brendan's place. You could have easily become the champion of the Hoenn region too. I wish you luck with the rest of us. Honestly, that was a very underwhelming fight. Not from him, but from me. I probably should have planned a little bit more for it, but we've got a really, really cool fight here as well. So Steven's probably one of my favorite characters, but so is this guy. So I'm going to rearrange my team just a little bit. Drop a save, and let's go. You're the trainer that's supposed to take the Augur's place. I see. Any powerful trainer can save a region. It says nothing about your character. But your Pokemon. They can tell me things that no action can. So let's begin. Let me hear the voices of your Pokemon. And he's even got the music. And also has an absolute banger of a theme, so that's amazing. We have the Zekrom right here, but it's not a Zekrom. It's a Zoroark. It has Illusion, of course, but it has the Zoronite, so that's actually going to be Trace. Has Sucker Punch, Dark Pulse, Focus Blast, Sludge Bomb. So I'm going to tap that Mega Evolution button and drop an X-Scissor. So we're going to take this thing out right here. Very, very easy. Next up is Caracosta. Caracosta has Sturdy, has the Lumberry, has Shell Smash, Stone Edge, Waterfall, and Aqua Jet. I'm just going to drop an Earthquake right here. Even though it has Sturdy, we have Mold Breaker, so that doesn't really matter. Next up is going to be Archeops. So I'm going to be switching out right here. And I think I'll switch into Lilligant. Give it a little bit more screen time. So it has Defeatist, obviously, because, well, all Archeops do. Has the Flying Gym, has Acrobatics, Earthquake, Aqua Tail, and Roost. So I'm just going to drop a Surf right here, and it's gone. Next up is going to be the real Zekrom. I don't know if I want to stay in or not. It'll probably be fine. I'll probably switch in Hydreigon here. So we have Zekrom here with the Terravolt, has the Shuka Berry to reduce the damage taken from super effective ground type attacks, has Hone Claws, has Bold Strike, Dragon Claw, and Outrage. So dropping in Earth Power. That's gone. After that we have Reshiram. As the Turbo Blaze, as the Life Orb, as Blue Flare, Draco Meteor, Roost, and Stone Edge. That's gone too. And finally, we have the Klinklang. I don't really need to switch out. Has Clear Body, has the Leftovers, has Shift Gear, has Gear Grind, Return, and Substitute. So I'm just going to drop another Earth Power, and that should be that. And Steam, for some reason, has a massive weakness to ground type attacks. I never expected Pokemon to say such things. You are a truly stellar trainer. I really hope you get through all of the Timeless. This battle leaves only one regular member of the Timeless left, and of course their leader. So I'm going to come up here. We're going to drop a safety save and talk to them. So, you're this incredible trainer I've heard so much about, yeah? You don't look that impressive. When I was younger than you, I took down Team Galactic and even captured the Pokemon in control of space and time. I think you might be outmatched here. Good luck, though. I'm not too much of a fan of this. So, this is Dawn, one of the protagonists from Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Starting off here, we have the Infernape. It has Iron Fist, has a Focus Sash, has Stealth Rock, Taunt, Mach Punch, and Endeavor. So, this is actually a pretty cool lead set. I'm going to drop a Sticky Web after Mega Evolving right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and actually hit this with an X-Scissor. So I can break the Focus Sash right there, and then I can knock this out with an Earthquake. Next up, she's going to send in Palkia because she does indeed have those Pokemon actually. I'll send in Snorlax. So Palkia has the Pressure, has the Lustrous Orb, has Spatial Rend, Hydro Pump, Fire Blast, and Thunder Wave. I'm just going to sit here and spam my Wood Hammers. So Choice Banded Snorlax does a ton of damage. And Snorlax is also a pretty good special wall, so there's not much she can do to us. So I guess we will lose Snorlax for that, but it took out a Palkia, so it did pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and send in Metagross again. And she's going to send in Empoleon. So this Empoleon has Torrent, it has the Pitaya Berry, which is the Pinch Berry for special attack, has Agility, Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, and Substitute. So I'm just going to drop an Earthquake right here. And it's gone. I'm actually liking some of these Gen 4 sets. They're not necessarily good, but they're kind of old kickbacks to some of the older Generation 4 sets. So right here we have the Dialga, has the Pressure, has the Life Orb, has Draco Meteor, Fire Blast, Flash Cannon, and Thunder. I'm just going to drop another Earthquake right here, almost taking it out. And the Life Orb recoil will actually take that out. It's pretty good. And next up we have Frostlass. I'm not sure if I want to switch out. I'll be fine. probably. This Frostlass here has Cursed Body, but it has the Frostlass Eye, which means it's going to turn into Mega Frostlass. Mega Frostlass has the ability Fur Coat, which basically doubles its defense. Has Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, Destiny Bond, and Thunderbolt. So I'm just going to drop in... Actually, should I? I could actually drop Toxic. I think I will do that because I'm probably not going to knock this thing out. It's very, very bulky. So we can drop the Toxic on that, and we can go into pretty much anything else here. So I think I'll go into my Logant and drop a Fiery Dance. So it did take us out, but the Toxic should almost take out the Frostlass. That's kind of unfortunate. But there we go, that is the Frostlass down. And finally, we have the Torterra. Torterra here has Overgrown, has the Life Orb, has the Rock Polish, has the Wood Hammer, has the Earthquake, has the Stone Edge. It's kind of okay. Fortunately, it's going to take us out. I probably should have popped off on a Hyper Voice. I wasn't really thinking. But honestly, it's alright. And there we go. That is the final regular member of the Timeless down. You were fantastic. The pathway to our leader should be clear now that you've beaten all of us. Good luck. With this, we can leave and we can finally take on the leader of the Timeless. So as you can see right here, the blockade is gone. So let's go ahead and move on up in here. And of course, who else would it be but Red? I'm going to drop a safety save, and let's talk to him. Classic. So he's going to send out Pikachu, has the Lightning Rod, has the Light Ball, has Substitute, Thunderbolt, Hidden Power Ice, and Grass Knot. I'm going to go ahead and drop a Sticky Web right here. So I should be able to take a few Hidden Power Ices right here, and then I can go ahead and drop an Earthquake and knock this thing out. Next up, he's going to send in Charizard. So I'm going to go ahead and send in Snorlax. This Charizard has Solar Power, has the Choice Scarf, has Focus Blast, Fire Blast, Air Slash, and Solar Beam. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out into Lilligant. This is basically what I've been waiting for to show off Lilligant here. Because it's locked into its Fire Blast with the Choice Scarf, I can go ahead and bait it in, and I can also Tail Glow up on it. And he has no choice but to basically sit there and boost up my Lilligant, which is absolutely amazing. So I can max out my special attack right there, plus the boost from Flash Fire, and I can absolutely annihilate his team. So, speaking of his team, that Snorlax we just took out, it had Thick Fat, had the leftovers, had Rest, Sleep Talk, Whirlwind, and Body Slam. This Mewtwo right here has Pressure, has the Mewtwoite Y, which grants it the ability Insomnia, has Psyshock, Focus Blast, Electro Ball, and Calm Mind. So I'm just going to go ahead and surf on this. And it's down. Next up is going to be Charizard again. Charizard is faster, unfortunately, but we do have our Choice Scarf, thankfully still. So Charizard is gone. Right here we have the Venusaur, has Chlorophyll, has the Black Sludge, has Sunny Day, Solar Beam, Sludge Bomb, and Sleep Powder. That's gone. And finally, we have the Blastoise. It has Torrent, has the leftovers, has Scald, Roar, Toxic, and Mirror Coat. And it's down. He's not much for small talk. The moment we walk away from him, we will get a call on our Pokegear, though. Hey, I see. It's Orion. Please tell me you're here. We need to talk. I need your help. It's about Reshiram. Please, please, please come to my gym. One in Suntouch City. Hurry. Alright, but we can't do anything about that right now. Congratulations, I see. You've beaten all of us, the strongest trainers in history. And because of that, we feel you'd be the best person to protect this region with us. I want to grant you the title of Augur. The third Augur. The new protector of the region. Congratulations! Obviously, this gives you responsibility, but nothing you aren't already doing. But now, there's so many people to help. For example, the people at the Scientist Club would love your assistance. Perhaps somebody in Dayran Town or the Nightmare Realm would have something for you. And you'll definitely get calls from time to time from friends asking for your aid. And I like to entrust you with these. I think they'll be safest in your hands. But I want to reiterate again, the region is an open door for you to explore now. Exploring will be rewarded. A keen eye could be rewarded with a battle frontier, quest, and a whole new region to explore. Good luck, Icy. Thank you. And he kicks us out. Anyways, speaking of exploring, literally right after he kicks us out of there, if we run around for a little bit, we should be getting a call pretty soon. Hopefully. There we go. Hey, I see, right? You might remember me. I'm Professor Pine from the Scientist Club in Coral Town. You helped us out with a rogue Kabutops and several other fossils. Do you remember? Well, I hope you do. You're awfully quiet. Listen, we have another mission for you, if you'll have it. It's a big one, but it's an amazing one. If you're interested, meet me in Suntouch City, on the south end. See you there? You'll only get that call if you helped the Scientist Club out a little bit earlier in the story. So there's a lot of people that really seem to want us to meet them in Suntouch City. Unfortunately, we're not going to be going there quite yet. Instead, we're going to actually be heading to Telnor Town. Here in Telnor Town, we're actually going to be heading to Sylvan's lab. However, I have a special surprise. So Giratina has finally been released. I gave it the crystal piece. When you give it the crystal piece, it will take its primal form, as you see right here. So we have the Omni type ability. I didn't train it up any, because realistically, it really doesn't need it. Especially considering the massive amount of stats that you have, and the fact that you're given like 8 immunities if you're using this. It's pretty broken. Also, I should show off the set one more time. So I'm using a physical set, mainly because this thing is jolly, so I'm just kind of going with the flow. It has Earthquake, has Shadow Claw, has Home Claws, Dragon Claw. So after a Home Claws or 2, it should be able to basically sweep everything. The main reason I'm breaking this out right now is because we were given the crystal pieces by King Venusaur, and this is basically when you're supposed to get them. You could have them earlier, and you could actually abuse Primal Giratina much earlier if you really wanted to, but you're kind of not supposed to. I'm not judging if you do. So let's go into Sylvan's lab and drop a save. I can't believe you beat Rukra and the Elite Four, I see. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. I'd love to battle you, actually. I'd like to see how I stand up against you. Are you up for that? Sure. Okay, let's go. So her team depends heavily on which starter you picked, as it should. So if you picked the one of the Delta starters, it'll be mostly Eevee and the Delta starter that you're supposed to be strong against, I believe. And it will have its Mega Stone, of course. If you picked Eevee, then she'll have all three Delta starters, a Leafeon, an Espeon, as well as a Mega Eevee of her own. So I'm going to be covering what she has if we picked Delta Charmander. So she starts off with the Jolteon, has the Electro Gym, has Volt Switch, Thunder, Shadow Ball, and Sand Attack. In case she decides that she wants to leave everything up to range, but we have Home Claws, so that's not going to work on us. So set up two of those, drop an Earthquake, and there really wasn't anything that she could do to us either. Next up is going to be Glaceon. Again, this is a Pokemon that she's only going to have if you chose Delta Charmander. I believe if you chose Delta Squirtle, this would be a Flareon, and if you chose Delta Bulbasaur, this would be a Leafeon. So this Glaceon over here has Ice Beam, has Shadow Ball, Mirror Coat, and Frost Breath. Also has Ice Body and the Ice Gym. And it's almost gone. Wow, Glaceon is pretty bulky. Then again, I have no EVs, and it's also 3 levels above me. After that, we're going to have the Sylveon right here. No matter what, she will always have the Sylveon on her team. As Pixelate has the Wise Glasses that has Hyper Voice, Draining Kiss, Shadow Ball, and Psyshock. So I think I'll actually go ahead and drop another Home Claws. And then drop an Earthquake. Alright, that's close enough. And from there, she'll have the Delta Venusaur, has Psycho Call, has the Delta Venusaurite, which turns his ability into Hubris, has Psychic, Moonblast, Calm Mind, and Moonlight. I don't really have anything for this, so the best I can do is hit this with the Shadow Claw. And we should knock it out, actually. After that, we have the Vaporeon, which has Hydration, has the Water Gym, has Surf, Rain Dance, Ice Beam, and Rest. We should be able to knock it out. And finally, we have the Umbreon. Has Synchronize, the Dark Gym, Foul Play, Moonlight, Double Team, and Confuse Ray. So I'll go for the Dragon Claw. And it will actually take us out. Mainly because we've boosted up so much, but that's completely fine. I'll just send in a little Gint here, and we should be able to clean this up. So Primal Giratina is pretty powerful. That was fantastic. I'd like to reward you for that. You see, I've really done all the research I can on this Pokemon. I'd like you to take care of it. I feel like you'd be the best caretaker possible for it. As for what it is, well, isn't it obvious? It's the third Delta Pokemon, the one that Ruker left, and neither you nor Damien took. Delta Bulbasaur. I think you'd be able to take care of it better than I can. So that's going to get sent to our PC, and she also gives us the relevant Megastone for it as well. So after this battle, if you picked Eevee, she'll actually give you all 3 of the Delta starters as well as their Megastones, but if you picked any of the actual Delta starters, she will give you the one that neither you nor Damien picked. So you'll definitely see me using that Delta starter in the future, but you probably won't see me using this guy much at all. Mainly because Delta, or Primal Giratina rather, is pretty strong, and I don't think it really needs to be shown off that much. It's a really cool Pokemon, but yeah, it doesn't need much of a showcase. But what does actually need a showcase is something that we're going to be touching up on in Sun-Touched City. So actually, I'll go ahead and fly there right now. So we're not going to be dealing with Ryan, not right now. We'll actually be doing that on the next part, but instead we'll be coming down here and we're going to be entering, or that's kind of spoilers, but we'll talk to the Scientist Club lady and see what she has to say instead. I see. Thank you for coming. It's been a while, hasn't it? I must say, the Scientist Club definitely isn't as active as the rest of them. I might just disband it, honestly. There isn't much left you can help us out with. Oh, but this one. Oh man, this is huge. Recently, our scientists have discovered, or have made a huge discovery. Delta species. In other regions. I know, right? Isn't that amazing? Not only that, but researchers believe that this might be the region that Delta species originated from. That's right, the Holon region. You might have heard of it before. Nobody really knows where they came from. Some ancient civilization, some energy wave, maybe even just Darwinian mutation. But that's what you're here for. I'd like to cordially invite you to join us over in the Holon region. The guards will let you through if you say you're with me. Before you know it, you'll be on a path to a whole new region filled to the brim with Delta Pokemon. These aren't traditional Deltas either. The ones you find in Holon have all been discovered, so to speak, by guest researchers at the Holon University. So to speak. I hope you get what I mean. The researchers who discovered them will be recorded in their dex entries. Anyways, please, I'll see you in Holon. I know another professor, Maple, who would love to make your acquaintance. We're gonna go ahead and talk to the guard right here. I'm sorry, but the Pokemon subway station is currently... Oh, I see. You're with Professor Pine. Good to know. First door to the left in the building. The train to Holon leaves right away. So one small cutscene later, we have taken the long ride to the Holon region, and we've arrived here in the settlement Foxtrot. So over here in the settlement, there's really not much here. There's a couple buildings. Right here is going to have the Pokemon Center, or rather the Healing Chansey, as well as the PC right here. Like pretty much anywhere else that we visited, there are a few freebies that we can grab. Actually, one of them was in this house that I entered previously, so it's right over here. This person isn't a trainer, or they're just an intern, so they'll actually give us a free Delta Ball, and they'll mention that we can buy them pretty soon. This person over here, or rather the scientist, will thank us for coming to the Holon region by giving us a Castelia cone. Also, kind of notable but not so notable is this house right here. This isn't really that important, but there is a fossil maniac here that will revive your fossils. I'm not sure what he's doing all the way out here, especially since you can just use the one inside of your secret base, but he's there. Anyways, where we actually want to head to is right up over here. Ah, Agaraisi. It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for coming. Let me be the first to welcome you to the Holland region. Welcome to Settlement Foxtrot. I'm part of an organization called Holland University. This entire region, Holland, is very new to us and is still mostly unexplored. We've set up a few settlements like this one in different areas of the region, but most of Holland is still wild terrain. But more importantly, it seems to be filled to the brim with Delta species Pokemon. Follow me. I see. These are Professor Pine and Professor Maple, respectively. We've already met. I'm Professor Pine, of course, and that's Professor Maple. Charmed. They're very well-respected researchers in their fields. Professor Pine is an engineer working for Silphco. I'm in the more experimental side of this project. I'm developing special Pokeballs on commission for the university, and helping out with the study of deltas found. Professor Maple is the region's leading expert on delta species. That's right. I'm here to try and examine the deltas here and see what they can tell us about the distant past of this region. Why are there so many deltas? Why are deltas usually so much stronger? These are the kinds of questions I try and answer with my research. He's helping us try and figure out why there are so many delta species here and where they came from. It'd be nice if you could help us out, Icy. We can supply you with Pokeballs and information you can't get anywhere else. Professor Pine can hook you up with any supplies you might need. And you and I can divide and conquer the region. If you go north through the grasslands, we have another settlement there. I can meet you there, if you'd like. I'll be dropping off by the different settlements. We don't have Pokemarts here, so I can get you access to all the supplies you need. Oh, and one of your friends was invited here too. I think her name was Nora. She was out looking for Delta species Pokemon too. I think she's working on something slightly different, but you might see her once or twice. Anyways, thanks for coming, Icy. Let's meet up again. So like he said, we can talk to Professor Pine over here, and she will sell us some interesting items. We have the regular items right here, the Pokeballs, and we have the healing items right over here. But in the middle of all of this, we will have the Ancient Ball, we will have the Shiny Ball, and we will have the Delta Ball as well as the Snore Ball. So, as the three balls right here kind of tell you what they're for. This Shiny Ball will actually never fail to capture a shiny Pokemon, so it's actually something that's really nice to have on hand. The Ancient Balls are really good for legendary and mystical Pokemon, and of course the Delta Balls are really good for Delta Pokemon. And again, the Snore Balls put a Pokemon in for a one-turn sleep, which is actually pretty nice. Most of these are pretty pricey. You don't really have to buy that many shiny balls because unless you're shiny hunting, your chances of running into random shinies is pretty low. But the Ancient Balls, Delta Balls, and Snore Balls are still kind of up there. Just for reference, since the Snore Ball is the cheapest, if I go there and drop it down to 99, it would cost me 100,078 Pokédollars for a full stack of them. That's pretty pricey. But this is the main reason that you'd want to come here and unlock the Holland region first. You don't actually have to do anything here. You can easily go back to the Tauren region and start doing side quests there. But I highly recommend that you come here first and unlock some of these Pokeballs, because having a good supply of them on hand is incredibly helpful for these side quests to come. I'll even go ahead and mention that we're probably not going to be focusing on the Holland side of things for quite a while. In fact, in the next part, we're actually going to be going back to the Tauren region and we're going to be helping out Orion. But I do want to make it clear that you can easily unlock this region, and you can go ahead and go here to grab those Pokeballs, which will just help you out so much. And speaking of that, I think we're done here. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, hope this helps, and I will most definitely catch you all on the next one. Peace.